Hi there, this is my dad, Trevor, and we're off to watch Huddersfield tonight at Burton Albion. This will be his 100th match, the 100th ground that he's seen Huddersfield on. So he's going to talk about some of the matches that he's watched Huddersfield at over the years, some of the grounds he's visited, some of his memories. So, first one you went to, Dad, was Derby, was it?
Well, what was when I decided to do this, Town were at their absolute lowest ebb. They were in 91st position of the 92 Football League clubs. There were only Workington below us. This followed about 5 seasons, when we were relegated 3 times. We were straight through from the old Division 1, which is now the Premier, but went straight through. Lost all our best players. They got snaffled up by other clubs. And yeah, we just completely went into a dive. And so we finished up 91st position. And I thought, well, if they ever need your support, now's the time. So I sort of made a little idea to follow them. I retired playing from football myself, and so I thought, right, I'll become a good supporter. And I've seen them 100 times since it was the first match in '75. So what we know, that's 40 years ago, isn't it? 41 years ago.
41 years, yeah.
Yeah. So the first match.
So what league were Derby in then as well?
That was a cup match.
Oh, okay.
A cup match against Derby. On an evening match, obviously. It must have been a football league cup or something. And so I went up there and got back about 2 o'clock in the morning and started to wonder whether I'd decided to do the right thing or not, really.
Who was in the Derby team?
Well, there was Francis Lee. There's quite a few nationals.
That's the ticket in the programme.
Yeah, doesn't look very much like a programme. Does it? It's more like an evening paper with the. Yeah, was that? Yeah.
Is that on the front?
That's Francis Lee. I was England international at the time. I think we lost 4-2, which. Wasn't too bad against them. We did hold them for quite a long time, and then they ran away with it in the last 20 minutes. I think Terry Gray scored for Town in that game.
The Huddersfield line-up in the paper.
Yeah.
Some dodgy haircuts there, though, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, following on from that, I think the next one was Cambridge. But rather than talk about all the games, I just wanted to pick out a few where the outstanding ones, really. One of the outstanding ones in I think it was 75 or 75, I think it was. Fulham went to Wembley and they got beat by West Ham. But one of the highlights of it was Bobby Moore, by that time, had been transferred to Fulham, and he was captain on the day and played against his old side, West Ham. So when we played Fulham, we were in the 3rd tier, or might be in the 4th tier, and they were in the 2nd. And we went to Craven Cottage and we beat them. With Bobby.
Your programme?
Yeah, Bobby Moore was in the team that day. Third round, was it? Yeah.
3rd of January 1976.
Yeah.
Still £1.50 to get in there. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the teams there on the back. So looks like they had Bobby Moore. Alan Slough was in the lineup that day as well.
I talked about it with him. Yeah.
So he did a bit of coaching down in Torquay after, didn't he? Alan Mullery.
Yeah.
And who was it? Jimmy Lawson was in the Town team. Terry Doolan.
Dick
Steve
Taylor.
Smith, that I was named after as well.
Yeah. That was your mum's favourite, Steve Baines.
He was a referee after, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
You remember the score?
I think it was 3-2. I think we beat them 3-2. We should have the other record book here, shouldn't we? That would tell us. But yeah, so that was one of the best ones because we were playing lower division teams, and that was a big treat for the supporters to go down to Fulham, who were cup holders. They were cup holders at the time, and we beat them on their own ground, which was our best result for a long time on that one.
There as well, in 1975.
Yeah,
It was a short journey.
Yeah, that was easy.
Don't know if I recognise too many of the Torquay teams, to be honest.
Jimmy Lawson, of ours, Dick Taylor again, Jeff Hudd. You can see from these lineups there was only one or two players left over from the old First Division days. It took a good supporter to stay with them, really, when they were just going down the leagues. And then from nowhere, we suddenly got a really good youth team together. And we got to the final of the FA Youth Cup and got beaten by Spurs over 2 legs. We went down to Hart Lane, got a good 1-1 draw, and then expecting to win. There was the best gate of the season. There was about 18,000 turned up to watch the youth team in the final, and unfortunately we got beaten 2-1. We were leading 1-0, and then Chris Jones scored twice, and I think Glenn Hoddle played in that game. Braithwaite wasn't an old who came through, but yeah, we got a good team together then, and so that was expected that the members of that youth team would come through and form the basis of a new team, but it never really happened. 1 or 2 came through, but you don't expect all 11 to come through, but we thought a few more might come through, but only 1 or 2 did. But anyway, there you go. So they were pretty bad days for the club. So attendances were down to 2,000 in a big ground like Leeds Road, and there were times when they just opened one side, things like that. It was really no atmosphere at all. Still.
So moving on to some of the later games then. So it's 77. You're up to, by the end of 1977, you're up to 30 grounds then.
Yeah.
There's not many glamorous places in those though.
No.
And Scunthorpe, Doncaster, Mansfield.
Yeah.
Wimbledon must have been a good one to go to.
Yeah, well, that was the old Plough Lane. We went to, they've moved since, obviously, but then I think they're back now near Plough Lane, aren't they? Are they? Yeah. Well, this is when Wimbledon were climbing up the league. I forget the name of the chairman there.
Wimbledon won from 1977.
Yeah.
Who did they have in their lineup then? Alan Cork.
Alan Cork played for years, played through the rise of the divisions.
And Dave Sutton, Malcolm Brown, Alan Starling, they were part of that team that won the 1980 championship, weren't they, for Huddersfield?
Yes, yeah.
But that was one of my first matches, wasn't it? At Hereford.
Well, that was the clincher for that was we clinched promotion. The Fourth Division Championship. We clinched on there with Steve. Steve Kingdon scored the winner, and my Steve was only 6 weeks old then, And so I don't know what we're doing, taking him to a football match.
19th of April. So I was born on the 26th of February. So
Yeah,
that's quite young for a first match.
yeah. And Jenny, my ex-wife, she filmed it, and there's Stephen being held by me. Well, and in the background, Steve Kinder scoring the winning goal. So he's been a supporter since he was 6 weeks old. Yeah.
You're going to the early 80s then?
Early 80s, yeah, with one or two local ones with Plymouth Argyle and ones like that. That was not very far to go for that game.
March 81, that one for Plymouth. Jeff Crudgington was in goal for Plymouth then. He taught me at some soccer schools later on.
David Kemp, he was the assistant manager.
Kevin Hodges was the Torquay manager, wasn't he?
And John Sims, who was ex-Derby County player. I got to know John very well. I did a charity walk with John from Torquay to Land's End. Talked about football for about 5 days. And he showed me a photo. He had a pub in Torquay, and he showed me a photo of his days with Derby County. And he was the only non-international in the squad. There was 18 players, and he was the only one who hadn't played international football.
It's an elaborate name, that, isn't it? Forbes, Phillips and Masters.
Yeah.
Looks like he owns an estate or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, paid to play. Yeah, some good ones on one side.
Preston, Charlton, Burnley, Blackpool, Carlisle. So you're doing a lot of travelling around there.
Yeah.
Brighton.
I don't know where that Bristol Rovers one is. Maybe that is an original Bristol Rovers where they played at their own proper ground.
Yeah, Blackpool one there with Alan Ball as the
Alan
manager.
Ball was playing manager. He missed a penalty that match. And I think, what's the date there, Steve? So you wouldn't be one.
Blackpool one's 3rd of January 1981, yeah, so I wasn't even 1 year old then.
No.
Oh, Preston, actually Bristol Rovers programme.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think Bristol Rovers play on a few grounds. They did share with Bath City for a while their ground was being renovated, and then we beat Bristol Rovers at Wembley to get promoted. So yeah, there's a few there. I don't know any of the ones. Well, Gary Mabbott's playing in that match.
Bristol Rovers,
yeah. It didn't stand out, so I didn't remember him. Aidan McCaffrey, I think he was quite a good player as well.
Mark Lewis in the Huddersfield team.
Yeah. Malcolm Brown was the best player at that time. He used to run the game from fullback. And he'd make these long bursting runs up the wing, and great big lad he was with long legs, and he used to just run past people down the right-hand side, and it looked as if he played for England. He was nailed on. Oh yeah, and then he did go to Newcastle, and he just got forgotten. He just drifted into obscurity, and I think he ended up back at Bury or something.
Different players, different systems.
He did come back to us for a season, but he wasn't the same player. He'd gone. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, don't usually like to speak about them by name, but in this period we played against a team from Elland Road, and we did.
No, that was the earlier one, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did turn the tables on them. They were in the Division 1 at the time, and I think we were probably in Division 3. And of course, one or two of our players who left us, like Frank Worthington and Trevor Cherry, Roy Ellum, they were all
Trevor Cherry was
yeah,
Frank Worthington playing up front. Yeah, John Lukic in goal as well.
Yeah, they were all playing for Leeds. Anyway, we went over to Leeds United that night and we beat them 1-0. Dave Cowling scored with a header at the far post, and yeah, that was a good win for us. It was sort of rubbing the noses in the players who'd abandoned us,
35p for the programme, that's it.
Yeah. Sheffield Wednesday was always a tough game to go to. We got a draw that day, and that was the start. Yeah, that was the start of, we sort of reached our peak then for that particular team. And I think we finished about 8th or something that year, and that was about the best we've done up to the present time. Where we're starting to get a decent team together again now.
Gary Mason playing for Sheffield Wednesday, then Peter Shirtliff. I remember him playing in the early 90s as well.
Yeah.
Mo Sterland, Martin Hodge, he was goalkeeper coach for Town later, wasn't he?
Do you?
Yeah. £4 to get in there, so
yeah,
a bit more expensive then.
Yeah, but great atmosphere at Sheffield.
So by the end of '83, you're up to 60 grounds then?
Yeah, pretty quick really. There's one, I think it was 18 away grounds on one season. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we were up in the second division, but we were playing some big clubs who just happened to be down there at the same time. One of the ones we went to was Man City when they were still at Main Road in those days, and we went there, and it was an Easter Monday, and yeah, and we beat them 2-1. And I'll just have a quick look. See,
3 years later, we
broke his leg.
Got beat 10-1.
Yeah, don't mention this. Where's the teams? Because Town had a player broke his leg that day. Yeah, Dave Sutton broke his leg. It was a back tackle as well. Yeah, Dave Sutton.
He used to have a big blonde perm, didn't he?
Yeah, they didn't. But yeah, he was a good, reliable lad. Paul Jones. He came from Bolton with Sam Allardyce.
There's Alex Williams in goal for City then, so he's the head of City and community now, so I see him every day at work,
Yeah, Kevin Bond.
Nick McCarthy. Playing in midfield.
Yeah.
Andy May, he was at Town, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, thank goodness that wasn't the one we lost 10-1.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good. That was good. And then we went to Newcastle at the same time when they were getting the Kevin Keegan team together.
Who's on the front there?
That's Tom McDermott. But Gaza played in that match. Yeah, but Gaza played in that game. Kevin Keegan actually played. Tom McDermott.
Waddle.
Yeah, that's some team. It's a wonder they didn't do better with that team, but they just they walked the division, but they couldn't sustain it once they got up into the Premier. Shame, because the supporters deserve better, don't they?
70 grounds by the end of '85.
Yeah, I don't know what else we've got here.
Birmingham was a horrible one when I went to see it. That was their fans were pretty boisterous.
You see, you've got a seawall, didn't you?
Yeah, it was.
I can't remember much about that one. Shrewsbury, and it was pouring down with rain. I think.
So you have a bit of a gap then, don't you? So what's that?
Yeah, what was it?
That's 70 there, so you must have a 71 pile somewhere. There you go, that's the next one.
Yeah.
So you've done 70 by the end of '85.
Yeah.
It slows down from 71
Yeah.
to 80 then. It's between 85 and 92, so.
Yeah. There's some fair long trips out. Ipswich is always a long trip to go to.
Sunderland from Torquay,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. I think my dad was still alive then, so we used to stop halfway at my dad's and then go up later. Break the journey up and go up there. Is that Peterborough? Is that the replay?
Yeah, it's got the Arsenal one there as well from 86.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Ipswich. I'm not sure. I think John Walker was still playing with Ipswich at the time of that game.
The Arsenal one there from 86. He was playing for Arsenal then. But they had Lukic there as well, Kenny Sants, David O'Leary, Tony Adams, Rocastle, Niall Quinn, Graham Ricks.
Yeah.
So we must have. What do you remember the score that day?
I know we got beat. I think it was 2-1.
Yeah, that's not too bad against that team. Then,
No. So John Wall must have still been playing with Ipswich then.
That's the one as well.
Yeah. Just what was Eddie Kelly to that game?
There's
was just the
Gary McAllister in midfield, Mike Newell up front.
The
Simon
Cup. A bit similar to
Duncan Shearer up front then.
Yeah. Was that the one we went to?
Yeah, so 78 ground to 87.
Yeah.
So Villa was the last one there, I think. So let's have a look at that. So yeah, Villa had Mark Lillis playing for him then.
Right, yeah.
Mark Walters was playing for him.
Nigel Spink, who played in the European Cup final. He was called in at the last minute at 19 years old to play in the European Cup final. The other keeper got injured in the kicking.
I remember a few more of the names. I recognise a few more of the names.
Yeah. Mark Walters, he was a good player, good winger.
91, the Bolton match. That was the second away game that I went to. So we went to Town at Exeter before that, but that was the first kind of long distance one. So
yeah, so you started.
Yeah, I can remember it because that Lowry going to the match painting. I can remember us going up in a pie. That was the first Hollands pie I'd had, I think, in that chip shop over the road.
I think, I remember that one. But in that one, I remember a lad climbed to the top of the pylon. Floodlight pylon.
The police were there waiting at the bottom for him to come down. It was in that end where there was a supermarket one side.
Yeah. Let's just see if Walker did play in that match. Yeah. So when he scored against us, why? He only played for them in Arsenal, didn't he? Why didn't John Walker?
Oh, you got Jason Dezelle playing for Ipswich then. He must have been pretty young in that match, Jason Dezelle. That was 87, that one. He was around for a while after that, wasn't he? So.
Yeah. So I didn't realise that was a cup match when we played Luton.
Luton would have had a pretty good team then towards the back end.
Yeah. Last season he was a keeper. I think he played for Sport.
Yeah, Mitchell Thomas, Tim
I think Steve Foster. If that's the same, Steve Foster. Brian Steen, he played for England. Ricky Hill got an England cap, just one. McCarthy. So yeah, some good players there.
Is Sam Allardyce playing for Town then?
Yeah. They only played a while, him and
a lot of future managers there, aren't
there. Yeah. Dale Tempest. They signed Dale Tempest when he sent them a video of himself playing in I think it was the Dutch league or something. And so he was advertising himself, and that's what he's doing now. I think he's a player's agent now. Yeah.
Peterborough's after that, isn't it? I remember the Peterborough one because that was that was a playoff match, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was a real heartbreaker, wasn't it?
No, 92.
Well, we did actually. We did well in that match. What was it? One apiece.
Yeah, 2-2 it might have been.
2-2 was it? Yeah.
But I remember that being quite feisty as well, and all their fans were on the pitch at the end with all the police dogs separating the two fans.
Yeah.
But we had a pretty good team.
It was a midweek game as well, was that?
Yeah.
till I think we got home about 2 o'clock in the morning.
They had a pretty good team then. They had
I
you
remember
and
coming
Roberts.
through Leicester or something about midnight, and
Thinking still got miles to go
I
after this.
thought, okay, I still got about 3 hours there. Yeah.
But yeah, we had
To your credit, you went to school again next morning.
had you and Roberts, Phil Starbuck, if you know where that's from.
Yeah,
Andy
Andy.
Booth was on the bench that day. So
Yeah.
I didn't realise that at that time. He
A
must have
young
just
lad,
been coming through then.
then, yeah. Ewan Roberts, he'd follow Ian Roberts in, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peter
Fitz Miller.
Jackson, he was one of your favourites, wasn't he, Peter Jackson?
Yeah, he'd give it the gun, didn't he? So, first match. So there, right, we'll get to the next section, and it's when Leeds Road, the old Leeds Road, was closing down, and we were moving across to the McAlpine, as it was then known.
So I can remember most of these ones.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah, Norwich City. So we were getting in amongst the.
That was a long journey to Norwich. We got beat. That was 2-0. We got beat there, wasn't it?
I should have put this. I can get the scores in anyway. Port Vale. This was.
That was freezing, wasn't it? Yeah.
We always talk about this being the coldest we've ever been. When was it? It was March as well.
It was freezing.
Yeah,
we got 2 hot chocolates each at half time, didn't we? One to drink and one to hold to keep our hands warm. So
yeah, it was
cold. I remember we met the players off the coach before, didn't we? And met Nick Buxton as well.
Yeah, but it was a cold day. Chester. I don't know what sticks out in my mind about this was you didn't feel very well before the game.
I can remember on a busy stage. It was their new ground, wasn't it? But
And
what sticks out for me at this one was we had Tim Clark in goal, didn't we? And he got a back pass, and he took on one forward, took on another, and went past him.
Yeah,
he was a bit of a liability sometimes.
All them games happened at exactly the same time, all within about less than a month, I think, wasn't it? No, we played the Utterglass final at Wembley, the last match at Leeds Road,
the 30th of April,
and then the first match of the following season was the new.
Yeah, it's a free big match.
The game at
under 4 or 5 months.
We haven't got the programs for them there. I've got them in a frame.
Oh, okay.
So
they're worth putting in frames. So
that's why they're missing. Oh, and this was another one, wasn't it?
We got 4-0, didn't we? And Letitia scored 4 in that, didn't he?
Yeah, what was that? It was something got that.
Yeah, it was a manager there.
Yeah.
I think if we did that day, not Letitia that day, I think
yeah, we'd have been. Can't see what was. Oh yeah,
Coca-Cola Cup. Yeah,
it was a Wednesday. No, I remember Phil the Screw came with us, didn't he?
I remember you giving me a doctor's note to get out of school, and then waiting outside in the car for me to take me to the Southampton match. Bury was second time lucky, wasn't it? Because we drove up once before to Bury from Torquay, got to about 5 minutes from the ground, and the match got called off because of snow. We had to turn around, go all the way back, and then drove back up again.
Yeah.
That was 10th of January, that one. So.
I remember sitting there.
All the windscreens tie. And we got beat as well.
Supporters Club having a cup of coffee.
Yeah, we 2-1, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We were nearly there the first time, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. Turned around and came back.
Just went up the flyover, came straight back down.
Remember seeing Andy Booth before that one as well, and you got a photo of me and Andy Booth, but when I got the photo developed, just me and Andy Booth's feet in that one.
How was that?
Chris Lucetti was playing for Bury that day.
Yeah.
That's like
he was good.
One of my favourite teams. That was Steve Francis in goal and Tom Cowan and Andy Booth. That's the playoff, that one for Bristol Rovers.
Yeah.
And Marcus Stewart scored. And then Booby scored.
That's because there were about 6 of us there, wasn't it?
Yeah. You got all the train tickets there as well.
Yeah, well, I've already got some of them as well. So I can't. Well, that seemed like a little display I did for that match. Yeah, but that was a good game, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Chris Billy scored the winner, didn't he?
Yeah.
When Andy Booth ended it back across goal.
We went out with your friend Jimmy, didn't we? And he went to get the coffee just before half time.
Oh, he would do, yeah. And he missed the goal. Yeah.
Missed Booby's header, and then Marcus Stewart equalising. come back and asked if it was still 0-0, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. It says Sam Trevor was the longest serving player at the club then, and I think he played quite a long time after that as well, didn't he?
That's 90 games by the end of 96.
Yeah. One thing you do notice is they were getting a lot heavier, weren't they?
The programmes are going to start to bulk out a bit, yeah.
I mean, look at what's that one? Is that
That was their third division playoff final at Millennium Stadium.
yeah. They wouldn't be sure who was playing then, wouldn't they? So that
It's when it went down to a no, they knew then, yeah.
yeah.
They went down to a shootout then, didn't they? So
Yeah.
remember Liam Lawrence in the shootout? He tried to chip the penalty, didn't he?
Yeah.
That Panika penalty and hit the crossbar.
And then the little Welsh lad scored the winner, didn't he?
Lee Fowler, yeah.
Lee Fowler. And he got so excited, he ran up into the crowd and then ran out into the street as well. And when he went to get to the players' entrance to get back in, they wouldn't let him in.
No, yeah, I think it was after the match when they went to show they made a medal and they didn't
Oh, that's it, when they're all rushing towards him.
We only had like 6 players signed on at the start of that season, didn't we?
Yeah, I know, it was a sad old thing.
He ended up getting promoted, so he did really well, didn't he? Okay, into Europe again.
Oh, the spots it. Yeah. He's still playing, you know. That fellow, I keep saying his name. He's playing with Connors Key or something in the Welsh Cup. Oh, he should have been running that midfield for years to come. You know. So what was it? Hudka, Murphin. So the Yates. Can't remember him.
Pavel Abbott and Booby.
Can you remember Yates?
Yeah, Steve Yates, the centre half.
Oh yeah, big one.
Episodgy.
Yeah.
Murph, Andy Holdsworth, Tony Cars.
So Booby never took a penalty. Fowler came on last 4 minutes.
No, but Fowler came on for Worthington though. Like, I can't remember who took the penalties. I'd have to have a look that through.
Oh yeah, yeah, John Worthington, yeah. Nicholas Gay.
That's a good day though.
Yeah, it was.
That was it. We just had one season down in the bottom division, didn't we?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's just. Oh, I remember this game, Steve.
Yeah, when Pierre Van Hooijdonk scored from out wide.
Yeah. Must have done some tickets. Oh.
I can remember the next one away at Everton as well. Because I'd just gone to uni then, so you come up and that was when I was having my freshers week at uni.
Yeah.
And we went across and saw Marco Materazzi in the car park.
That's right. Didn't we? Yeah.
He ended up heading in Sudan, didn't he?
And then later on, looking at that, I met you at Cheltenham to see one game as well.
You got Wickham there, Yeovil.
Yeah.
And then we're going to Kidderminster as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of did quite a few over that period of time, really.
Yeah.
And then you had the Cardiff one and Boston. That was a midweek one, wasn't it?
Yeah, going there midweek.
That was the LDB Vans. Yeah, I wasn't thinking they were in our league, but that was October 2005. That on a Wednesday night. Go to Boston for an LDB Vans match.
Yeah, I know. Well, just to get another ground, really.
But we're starting to transition our team then. So yeah, Julian Joachim up front for Boston.
Yeah.
Chris Holland was playing for Boston Berlin as well.
Was that Jason Lee as well? Was he?
Yeah, Noel Whelan from Leeds
Forest,
as well.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
He was calling Pineapple Head.
Yeah, the dreadlocks, didn't
he? Yeah.
We had quite a decent team then as well.
Yeah. What was the score that night? Was it?
I can't remember.
I think we must have won. Can't remember. Yeah.
So that's when, what does that take you up to now? That takes you up to 101. But
Yeah.
they're not all unique teams, are they? So is that why your fastest one is your 100th? Or?
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, the Bristol Rovers, I've seen them 3 times. I don't know about others that I've seen twice.
So if you could watch one match out of all these again, what one would you watch, you think?
Oh, I think the playoff at the Millennium.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That was right. I remember with Candy, we had a successful season then, and the playoff at Wembley was against Bristol City, Bristol Rovers.
Okay.
Mm.
What's your prediction for the score tonight?
Well, I'm going 3-1 to Town.
Okay. I'll go 4-0 Town. We'll see who's right.
I hope you're right.
Cool.
Good.